Welcome back to this Climbing Mountains Media YouTube channel segment, which is Contractor Horror Stories. We're here with Armando Contreras, return guest, Alejandro's Property Services. You may remember him from the first part of the trilogy. It's going to be called Flashing Flooding. I don't know if you remember that, but Flashing Flooding was a great story, and it had a happy ending, so that ended up being very good. So Armando, please share your next story with us.
So after being in roofing for a couple years, I got the bright idea to go into business with a buddy of mine at the time. We had both kind of learned roofing, well, the sales part, project managing part with one company. And we thought to ourselves, man, we could do this on our own and make a lot more money. Why don't we just do that? And so we, had a lot of common interests. We clicked and we were like, well, let's do it together. So with the connections I made in the neighborhoods that I was working with, the clients that I also had, he said, hey, I'm gonna work on the business part. You just keep doing your thing, sales part, and let's start our own company. So we went through that process. Months later, we have an LLC, got contracts, and we start doing some roofs. Everything's going great, everything's going well. And then we start getting into our bigger projects that we had a lot of anticipation, a lot of hard sweat equity that we had put into it. Well, I should say more or less, I put into it, because these were clients that I had been in contact with for over a year, some even close to 2 years, where we were finally doing their big project. Really, really big roof claims, big roof projects that just take a lot of time to get to that place to where you're doing it. Well, we do the roofs, we do 2 of them. And we've got so much more in the pipeline that the world, I feel like, is our oyster. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm gonna make so much money that this is really gonna help me out. This is really gonna get me out of a little rut I was in, and there's just so many more possibilities, and I love where I'm at. I love what I do, the services I offer, I love my job. Well, me and this buddy of mine, we get into a disagreement, an argument, a fight. We're also roommates at the time. A lot of things that, looking back at it, hindsight, wasn't a good idea. But anyways, I didn't show up to the gym one day, and he was angry that I left him hanging. We didn't work out together, so he fired me. Not only did he fire me from the business we started, but I was also kicked out of the apartment that I was living in with him. And come to find out, all the commissions that were owed to me were never paid to me. I made the mistake by not having anything to protect myself contract-wise. I think I was on one of the contracts out of the 4 or 5 big roof projects that we had. I was on maybe one of the contracts, but his name was also on it. I didn't have any foot to stand on. I had no ownership of the company. He was 100% the owner of the LLC. I didn't have anything to protect myself. And so conversation after conversation, hey, where's my money? At this point, I don't even care if I get 100% of the commission that's owed to me. I'll take partial. Nothing. Absolutely nothing was paid to me, and to this day, nothing was paid to me. So the biggest lesson I learned is, before you go into a business partnership, really view it as a marriage. People told me that once before, and I didn't really take their advice. But really, before you go into a marriage, know who you're marrying in the business sense. And I just jumped into it too quick, and I learned a lesson that I'll never forget. Always CYA, protect yourself, and don't trust 2 people too quickly. But at the end of the day, just always protect yourself. So could have did things a lot differently so far as contract-wise, had my name cemented into some type of ownership, or even in these contracts. So moving forward, I know what I have to do to protect myself always, and it's the biggest lesson that I would share.